Hey everybody, Redneck in a hat here. I'm back again with the Smith Wesson Bodyguard 380. Take it out of the case here. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to take it apart. That way you can clean it. But first things first is you want to take the magazine out of it. Make sure the magazine empty, which I've already did that, just kind of save some time. Double check, triple check, make sure there's nothing in there. You always want to make sure you check and double check and triple check whenever you're going to take a gun apart or clean it or anything. Anytime you're going to be messing with it and you're not planning on shooting and making it fire. That being said, on the side, of course, this is your safety over here. This one here is your lock open release button, and this is your take apart takedown button on this side. So what you want to do now is make sure the safety is off. If some of these bodyguards don't have safeties, this one does. So if your gun has a safety, thumb safety, make sure the safety is pulled down, and take the slide back, lock it open by pushing up on the middle button, and that should lock your slide open. Then you're going to want to take something plastic. I wouldn't use something metal. I use a plastic pen, or this is just a highlighter. And this takedown button swivels. I don't know why, but the way they got this to where it swivels, it only goes a quarter of a turn. This takedown button swivels almost a half a turn before it'll come out. I don't know why they made it to where it only turns. It's only got a place for it to turn, a quarter of a way, but it actually goes past that, close to halfway before it'll come out. And it is kind of hard to turn. You could probably spin it a little ways. Now, I got mine to just spin there with my thumb. Probably the more times you do this, the easier it'll get. And when you do clean it, put a little lube on it. That helps it. But anyway, you can see here how it turned halfway. Straight down would have been quarter. It has to spin all the way down and up to where it's facing the end of the barrel. It needs to be pointing towards the end of the barrel. And then just take your fingernail, if you've got fingernails, and get underneath of it. You can see there. Just get underneath of it and then pull it out. And that's all it is. It's not very long. And don't lose it, because it ain't very big. Just lay that off to the side. But anyway, that's what it looks like with it out. And when you go to put this back together, this is how it needs to be, just like this, to get it back together. If it's not like this right here, with the end of the barrel sticking out, you're not going to get it put back together right. And it's probably not going to load. Your slide's not going to work. It's not going to shoot, and if it did shoot, you're not going to want it to shoot because it's probably going to blow apart. But anyway, this is how it needs to be. Now your middle button, your slide release button, pull it down and hold on to the slide because it's spring loaded. When you pull that down, you want to hold the slide, and then it just slides off. And that's all there is to it. Taking this, taking the slide apart. Now inside here, there is a spring. If for some reason it does come apart on you, I'm going to show you real quick. And it's spring loaded, so hold on to it tight. But anyway, this piece just slides in one end of the spring. It's actually two springs, and they're coiled together just to make them stronger. Now the end of the spring, see if I can get this in here just right. Okay, this end is the end of the barrel. There's a round hole here. The end of the spring goes into that, with the end of the little rod, and push that in to where the end of that lip on the rod goes there. It's just in case that does come out on you. That's how you put that back in. I mean, it just sits in there. There's a little groove. This is what the inside of your frame looks like. You got your laser. If you do have the laser like this, you're gonna have to take the slide apart to get to your laser. Your firearm should have came with a little Allen screw adjusting wrench, and that's what holds your laser in there. Is that you'll have to take that screw out, and then that whole assembly comes out. You can change your batteries that way, but anyway. Now after you clean it, which I'm not going to do that today, it's already been cleaned, but this is how you put it back together. Take your slide and your frame, put them together, and it's kind of like a railroad track. It just slides back. Now you want to slide it all the way back and then lock it by pushing up on the middle button and locking it. The end of your barrel should be sticking out now. If it's not sticking out, pull it back off and redo it, because this does have to stick out of your slide of the frame, or it's not going to go back together right. Now remember this little piece, the little pin we took out by swiveling it? You can move your barrel just a little bit. Anyway, it's going to go right here. You can move your barrel just a little bit to get that to go through. And when you put it in, you want this piece pointing towards the end of the barrel, and push it in tight. And as you're pushing it, kind of work it, and it'll spin and pop back down in there. Now you want to make sure that the little piece is pointing the opposite direction from your barrel now, and it needs to be down flush. If you have any doubts that it's not down flush far enough, take it back out by turning it, pulling it back out, and redoing it. It's better to make sure than have doubts, especially on a firearm. Then pull down on the middle button. If you got the safety, pull the middle button down, the release button, and make sure. And like I say, your barrel should be flush. If it's not flush here, like it was before you took it apart, then take it back apart again and try it again. But if you follow my directions how to take this apart, put it back together, you shouldn't have any problems. Like I say, the more times you do it, the quicker you're going to be at it. Practice, practice, practice. And remember, gun safety, everybody. But this gun here is Smith Wesson Bodyguard 380 with the Crimson Trace lacer, and it's the flat dark earth color. Redneck in a hat. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.